Hi, everybody. Brian from Bear Bull Traders here. It is the weekend again, May 17th. This is your weekend video. We'll go over what happened last week in the markets, and then we'll take a look ahead, see what we got coming up this week. And we had a bit of a bombshell drop there on Friday after the close. Moody's downgrading U.S. debt. And yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how we open on Monday. I'm going to guess we gapping down, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. So anyway, let's get down to it and talk about what else happened last week. Okay, so this week we saw investors and traders getting a little giddy here. Had a good week overall, based on progression of trade talks that seem to be happening between U.S. and China, both agreeing to lower their tariff rates, at least at this point, and hopefully some more good news will come from that. We also get some good CPI data. Came in a little bit better than expected on the inflation front, came down a little. So that was a good bit of more good news. Walmart posted some good earning numbers. However, they did warn of rising prices as tariff effects start to impact their product costs. And Friday, we got that consumer sentiment number, which was lower than expected, and but that didn't deter equity buyers as the day went on. So we finished up well up on the week here. You can see all the indexes finishing in the green, and the tech sector leading the way. And you can see consumer discretionaries were also doing well there. Healthcare was the only laggard, and I think that was a lot affected by the UNH news about the DOJ investigation, which dragged it even further down. And but it still managed to finish in the green as well, so no sector in the red. 2-year and 10-year treasuries just inched up a little bit on both those. US dollar up a little bit. Of course, that usually follows when treasuries go up, the yields. And Bitcoin sort of just flat on the week last I looked. Still hanging around that 103 plus level there. So that was your week in review, except for, as I mentioned earlier, Friday after the market closed, we got that news coming out from Moody's downgrading the U.S. debt, and that will be probably weighing on the markets on Monday morning. So let's get down and talk about how the indexes went out. All right, so before we move on here, I always like to do a quick plug for my books that are available on Amazon. How to Swing Trade, Profiting as an Active Trader, both mostly swing trading books. The Profiting as an Active Trader book, a little bit more of a heavy read, more details in that. And then, of course, How to Trade Options, my latest book, and the basics and some trade strategies for options that I often use, both day trading and swing trading. So if you want, you can check them out. There are links in the description below. So yeah, they're there on Amazon, all the different formats, audio, electronic, and of course, hard copy. So let's move on. So as far as the data and some of the index goes for the week here, starting out with the treasuries, you can see here we kind of ticked up on the 2-year this week. And I believe that sort of the same on the 10-year. We're coming up, and we just seem to be trading at a bit of a range here. But I guess as the sort of concern about debts looms here, we're probably going to see these rates probably go up. That's what I'm guessing. The Dow had a pretty good week. We were sort of range bound here, broke out on Friday, right up into an area of prior resistance here. So it'll be interesting to see where the Dow can go. Again, I suspect that we will open lower Monday based on that Moody's downgrade. So we'll see what happens there. But again, I'd be watching for a rebound after we get some initial selling there. The Qs, again, a nice week, just ticking higher and getting up close to this all-time high of pretty close to 540. But next level we'll have to breach is 530. And it just seems like the markets are looking to go there, although we are quite overbought. So I think it's wouldn't be bad if we did have a bit of a pullback on that Moody's downgrade. So you can see here we're pretty close to back to all-time high. Wouldn't be surprised if we do get there eventually, but maybe not next week. The SPY, sort of same story here, nice ticking up every day during the week there, and again getting close to that all-time high. But like I said, I expect a bit of a pullback Monday. We'll see if that pullback it lasts or if it just gets bought back up. IWM, again, really just struggling here to get near even close to one of a number of highs. You can see here we're right up to an area again where there'll be some resistance, kind of could be a double top. We do pull back again, but I'd be looking for a breach of this sort of 210 level, and then we could be clear all the way up to 215 where the 200-day moving average is. So IWM looking pretty good, although interest rates continue to go higher. That will be a challenge for the IWM as well. VIX, really the fear index just coming right off here, and UUP, the dollar, as usual, usually goes up when yields go up, so it's been going up. And as far as Bitcoin goes, we're at 103,264 as far as last tick goes. So again, we're kind of just hanging around this, just above this 103 level right now. And that's your week in review for your indexes. So looking at what we've got here for trades that are active right now, I'm still holding some IBT, looking for a continuation move higher. We're getting up pretty close to all-time high here on this as we try to break through this 105, 107 level on Bitcoin, but still holding some as a Bitcoin play here. As far as PLTR goes, still holding some of that. And it's just looking like it's continuing to be strong. It may pull back here, and I'm just thinking about stocks that I want to add back on positions. If we do get a pullback Monday, PLTR would definitely be on that list. Still long some TQQ from a couple of weeks ago here, still holding a little bit left, just looking at it going higher. And here's one I put on this week. Jared talked about this one as well in the trading room. You can see here we had the news on the I think it was the CFO leaving, and then we had news about the DOJ, and we really had a big drop here. But a nice reversing candle here. You can see a nice big doji and a big volume day as well. So this is when a lot of the holders just threw in the towel. They just said, I'm getting out. And so they flushed it down on huge volume. And this is the ideal sort of entry for a reversal, or an indication for a reversal. Big doji candle there on huge amounts of volume. So I did sell some 245 puts down here, and got long some 290 calls. Now they're probably not going to do very well. I think tomorrow or Monday we'll probably get a pullback on everything, including UNH. I don't know if that'll happen, but hopefully we won't get too much of a pullback, because it looks like the bottom's been put in here on the on UNI, United Health. And that's it for active trades right now. So for potential trades that I'm looking at next week, starting out with gold. I like where we are in gold right now. We seem to be holding this level right here, and I think it's probably this was a prior area of resistance, and it's where we broke out from. We held some support here, broke down a little bit, but came back up. And I think this news from Moody's, I think, is going to cause people to rotate back into safe haven like gold. And so I'm looking at gold for next week. Meta, I'm looking for a pullback here again on this news. If we can get a pullback into this area, 610 could be a decent opportunity to get long on Meta. Microsoft's just been super strong. We're right up near all-time high, or maybe even going to all-time high here. Quite extended from moving averages, but again, trend is your friend. So if we do get a pullback here, might be an opportunity to jump in if you're not already. Silver I like as well. Same reason I like gold. Kind of like silver for a re-entry as well. And Uber's another one that's really got my interest here. It's again, if we get a pullback here into the 88s, I'd be looking to get long. 86 even better, but yeah, if we can get long here, this has been a really nice run. We had a bit of gyration after earnings, but again, it it held up there and then just started to rip higher, and people are pretty optimistic on Uber. So those are the ones I'll be kind of focusing on next week, and we'll see what happens Monday morning. Okay, so let's wrap things up here for the week coming up. May 19th, there's your levels for the Dow Q, SPY, and IWM with support and resistance levels. Economic events, don't have a lot going on next week. We do have some new home sales and existing home sales numbers. We do have this leading economic indicator coming out at 10 on Monday, so that might be a market mover. And yeah, we've got a bunch of Fed speakers Tuesday and Wednesday. As far as earnings go, we do have some interesting ones coming up as well here. We've got some more retailers, Home Depot. We've got Lowe's, TJ Maxx, Target, and so they should also be giving us a bit of a read on, just like Walmart did, on where they think prices might be going as these tariffs start to impact their costs. So apart from that, yeah, we've got Snow and Bilibili, some Chinese companies. So we'll see how things work out. And of course, PanW, Palo Alto Networks, we'll see. That'll be after the close on Tuesday. So as far as overall view, high level, I'm expecting some market volatility on Monday on that Moody's downgrade. If we do get a sell-off on Monday, I'd be watching for some bottoming action and reversal after that gets washed out. That news gets washed out. Probably some more maybe positive news on some tariffs. We'll see if we get some more announcements of deals. I do still remain cautious, just like Moody's. Long term, I know they're trying to get this budget through the government right now, and there's still a lot of concern from some of the hawks on the debt side, looking for more cuts sooner so that they can tackle that deficit. So we'll be watching for more action on that front as well, more volatility. So anyway, have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. And yeah, 8 o'clock on Monday morning, YouTube Live will be doing the pre-market show. So hopefully you'll join us there. And members, we'll see you on the room Monday morning. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.